Yo, Saga Manga. I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about gifts you can get for manga fans or manga lovers, and these are all specific to manga. So maybe if you are a parent looking for gifts for your kid, we'll get right into it. So at number one, the obvious gift would be manga itself, but there are a lot of things you need to consider when buying manga for somebody. Like myself, I usually do a big order of pre-orders, and I pre-order like everything I can into the future. So I'm not a great person to buy for because you need to know what they've read, what they like, what they've owned. You know, people own things and sell them, so you don't want to rebuy the series for them. You need to know what they have on pre-order. There's a bunch to know about it. If you want to buy them physical volumes, look at their shelf. Maybe they have like the first 5 volumes of like Ajin, and then maybe ask them if they want more of certain series. But to piggyback off this one, we'll just say this counts as number one. I would recommend buying a subscription to a manga app. Now, Viz has the Viz app and the Shonen Jump app. I think they're $2 to $4 a month, depending on where you live. For each app is like one's $2 and one's like $3. So very cheap for these apps. You can read up to 100 chapters a day, which is a lot. I've never read 100 chapters a day in my life. And this is a way to digitally read the actual legitimate translations from Viz. Viz has the best apps that I've seen so far. And it's a great way to get into series. Maybe instead of buying a volume for $13 or whatever, you can read the first volume digitally, and then in the future they can buy the physical volumes. So I really think it's a great gift, and it's a very cheap subscription. You can cancel at any time. Check it out on the app stores. Gift number two, as you can probably see behind me, we have recently got these manga display cases. I have a couple up here too. We have Hell's Paradise. You can't see I have Vagabond down there. But these, you can get them. I got these on Etsy. Just search manga display clip, bookshelf display clip, or stand. I believe these ones are called display stands. And I'm going to do a close-up video that I'll put in a second, but they literally just slide onto the shelf. And I went with these ones because they had like a backing. Most of them were just small clips with no back support. I will put the exact seller. I'll put a picture up here. I'll put it in the description. It says Limo 3D on here. That's the seller. But they literally, just for purposes, they just slide on like that. You get a volume you like the cover of, and it just sits there. No problem. And these ones are from a different seller. I will also put these. These are side mounts. So these clip onto the side of the bookshelf because how I have my room set up. They just slide right on the side of the bookshelf. And same thing. You just place them on there, and I think it looks very great. I never really display my covers, so these really bring like life to your collection. They let you display your favorite covers. I have about 6 or 8 of them so far. They're not too expensive. You can also make these if you have a 3D printer. These are just 3D printed. And you can get different ones too. There's clear plastic ones that I saw on eBay. They're from like a bookstore. Just search book stand, bookshelf clip stand, and you will find them. And I really think it makes those certain volumes that you're displaying pop when you walk in the room and you see the cover. Gives it more of like a library bookstore feel. And I think it'll add to anybody's collection. We're on to gift number 3, and this is a personalized book stamp. This is what it looks like. My mom got me this a year or two ago. It is especially good if you read novels outside of manga, because the one downside to this is if the paper quality is not super high, you may rip the page. I don't have anything I want to stamp at the moment, but if you get a little spray bottle like that mists and you spray it onto the page and then you stamp the page, you won't rip the page because it's not too brittle. But all you do is put the paper in here and then you just squeeze down and it leaves a stamp. Here, I have the box. Let me cover it. So it just says, from the library of Ryan and my last name. Personalize these books to myself. And this is how it works. It's very simple. Do I have a book I can show quick? This is amazing for deluxe collectors. I have all my Berserk Deluxes stamped. It brings a personalization to your collection. I have my rebinds stamped because the end pages I used were higher quality. Dragon Ball ones are also stamped. And you could stamp every volume. You would just need to mist the paper with a little bit of water and then squeeze it. And it's a very unique gift. Once again, that's how it looks. I hope that's coming up on camera nice. And it's completely customizable. You can choose the image. You can choose what it says. If you are looking for a unique gift for someone. Okay, gift number 4, I believe. And this is the part where you can make these gifts or buy them. And we're going to go with bookmarks. If you have any artistic value at all, or any artistic skill at all, you could make a bookmark like this. I'm not an artist. I mean, overall, this looks really cool. I made that one for the Dragon Ball series. I made this one for Golden Kamuy. I have a bunch of other ones. I have the Bleach one here. This is one of the first ones I made. Very simple. Now, you can make these, again, if you have waxed paper, you can just draw right on the wax and it does not come off on the books. Or you can buy personalized bookmarks. There are tons of bookmarks online. You go to Etsy, you go Amazon, type Bleach, Berserk, whatever. You'll be able to find bookmarks. And if you are a manga collector and reader, you know that you need a bunch of bookmarks around when you're constantly reading 5, 10 plus series at a time. You need bookmarks, so it is nice to have them. And again, once you're done this series, you can display them right in front of manga that you're done. And again, another display piece to spritz up your collection, make it look a little bit nicer, a little more aesthetic. Gift number 5 would be risers. I don't believe you can see. Down on this shelf, you can see that I have my books raised up. You can buy 3D printed risers. I don't suggest doing that because they are more expensive. You could 3D print them if you have them yourself. But I currently use figure boxes because they're all the same height. But the absolute best way to make these is to go buy a piece of plywood and just rip it into, depending on your shelf, these are billies. They're 11 inches deep. So if you rip them in half at like 5.5 inches or 5 inches, depending on what you need, because your average volume, I believe these are only 5 inches wide. You can fit 2 of these stacked on one shelf. So if you get a piece of plywood, you rip it into 5-inch boards and then some small other boards for feet. I will put up a picture here because it's easier to visualize. You just make a single board with 2 feet that slide right into your shelf, and that way you can double stack, because again, manga collectors, you'll know you run out of space, you buy too many manga, and then you run out of space, and eventually you need to double stack. If you're in a smaller bedroom or just a smaller house or a condo, whatever you live in, maybe your space is small and you can't afford more bookshelves. Instead of putting your manga away under the bed or in a box or whatever, you can double stack, and it's not too expensive if you just buy one piece of wood, get it cut. You can also get the wood cut at the store, and then just a couple screws, and there you have double stacked shelves, and they look pretty good actually. I was not a huge fan of double stack shelves, but I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 double stack shelves now, and they look good. But right now it's just a temporary thing for me. That's why I just have figure boxes there. If I move out and I move to a new place, I will most likely make my own risers, and I hope that one of these 5 gifts interests you, and hopefully you can buy this for a manga fan. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.